There's a specific frequency we can resonate with to collapse our dreams into this reality. Welcome in. I've got a channeled message for you all, and it's about this creator frequency and how we can actually move our timelines up. So, this is for big dreams that we're manifesting, spirits talking about identity level manifestations. When we shift our identity and become a different version of ourselves, our lives can really update in a huge way. They've been showing me since morning how some characters with a lot of positive conditioning and programming, basically, they just continue perpetuating what they've come up with. But regardless, if you were to crack them open and look into their inner world, or if you looked at somebody who came up through contrast, like the majority of us, if you look into people's inner world of those who have made it, so to speak, or living a dream life, something that we can all agree would be like really fantastic. It's a real fulfillment and expression of the full character, who they are and who they came to be. They're saying that we would find positive expectation is within all of them. They all expect positive outcomes, generally speaking. And there's anticipation. And so that's kind of creator mode where we're taking action. But they're saying what really is the tipping point is this frequency of appreciation, because appreciation tips our positive expectation and anticipation into embodied having that thing or that experience or whatever it is that we want in our dream life, right? It's going to give us a deep feeling of having and of fulfillment. This frequency of appreciation and fulfillment is the secret sauce. And while we may not see that from the outside, it may look like somebody came into something huge before they started to have this appreciation. But Spirit's saying, even with somebody who comes into a lottery or something like that, there has been non-resistance. There are frequency matches, but we're studying the pattern of people who are living the lives of their dreams. And in order for us to collapse that space, which we can, it's destined for us actually, but we have to choose it. It's meant for us, they're saying. But for things that are coming down the pipeline, if there's any room to collapse that time and space and have it happen sooner rather than later, like let's say we want to get into have a family, having a family now rather than in a year or two, this is the way to do it. It's to step into appreciation. We can also tell, they're saying, how close we're getting to something because we'll be inspired to think about things and we'll be inspired in our energy in how we're moving about it. And sometimes, depending on where we're at along our journey, life is doing a lot of that for us. Like we're kind of banging against life until we kind of fall into a surrender mode or something that's not too resistant with what's going on, or we're really moving with the current of life. We're being very proactive. And this is, again, that conditioning. We've stepped into positive conditioning of anticipation and positive expectation, because that is going to inspire us to take action. I'm getting right now, like, the conscious mind is like the rudder. We don't actually have that much control in our lives, but really what we have is influence. We have a great deal of influence because we can, with our attitude, with our hand on the rudder as the conscious self, we can choose what we're open to and what we're not. And they're saying this metaphysical information and understanding of our frequency, being in a high state of vibe, being in the frequency of having, this can be the tipping point and make things show up in our life a lot faster. So it's a short and sweet message today. It's how to collapse things into our reality the fastest way possible. It's to toggle between creator mode, which is positive expectation and anticipation, and you just keep playing ball as you go in. And then we want to step into kind of receiver mode, appreciation mode. This is an embodied state of being. I personally experienced this unfolding. I remember when I was doing great visioning for calling in my dream life, I started doing very general visioning because I had no idea how I was going to get there. And the next thing I noticed was a series of events played out. And I was kind of forced into building out a lot more of my business. And it was slow going, and I kind of lost my appreciation momentum. I was really in creator mode and just like positive expectation. But what happened was when I finally built out to a certain degree and could like take a look back at what had been created, it was very easy for me to step into appreciation mode into I am already having this. Like I could see what was around the bend and I could really feel my frequency easily picking up. So they're saying it will get really easy as you're getting closer because you're getting very close to the version of yourself that is having it. It's about to collapse. But if you want to inch it up, this is what you can do. You can step into having. And before we go, they want to share, for example, if you were to study some of the more successful people, like people who are obviously living their dream life, and you were to ask them what they feel about their life, they're saying, "I'm so grateful. I live the life of my dreams. I'm so blessed. I'm so free." This is a deep frequency of, in other words, appreciation. So we only see that after the fact because that's how we come to know after we see them living that life. But Spirit's saying actually they were stepping into that before, and how fast that happens is often because of the frequency that they're holding. Okay, because we're sovereign creators. So they're saying this is for those of us who are deliberately manifesting, deliberately creating our lives. This is how you can really maximize your leverage, your efficiency, if you will, in terms of actualizing the life of your dreams. So if you enjoyed this message, please share your beautiful energy, like, subscribe, share, and comment. I appreciate, I create. And if you're interested in coaching, visionary art, or readings, intuitive readings, you'll find that information in the description box. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next message.